serve.
There we go. Hello, Mr. Lou. Hello, hello. Hey, guys. How are you? Hi, Jack. Hi, Pan. Okay, I'm just checking my notifications, make sure we're good. Alright. Hi, Seb. Mr. Sebastian. How do I zoom in on the stream? I can't figure it out. There we go. Perfect. I thought the demo wasn't supposed to come out to the 13th. Well, I shadow dropped it by surprise. And you can download it now. Anybody watching is free to download the demo. So the demo is out. You guys are good to play it right now. And I'm just going to be streaming a little bit. We got to figure out, though. Oh, I got to turn off the ads. Hold up. We've got ads. Get rid of them. There we go. Cool. So we have to figure out what you guys want me to play as for today, what to show off. I'm thinking either Austria or Russia. I can show off either of them. Let me turn off my tutorial. 1 second. I was testing out the tutorial. There we go. Yeah, so we can go either Russia, Cossacks, observation, or go Austria with artillery, or Grenzers or Hungarians. I feel like no one's really been covering Austria or Russia, so one of those would be good to cover. Everyone's been on Britain and France, I mainly notice. A little bit of Prussia as well. How come an important demo stream only gets 23 viewers? I think it's because I did this unscheduled. Usually when I tell people about the streams, we get a couple hundred people, but I just decided to throw on a stream, and I wasn't really meant to stream today. There was no real schedule for it. So, I don't know, I'm just doing it for fun. I think most people are saying Russia. It's kind of up between Observation Corps or Cossacks, which is kind of... both of them I'd be excited to play as. I've never fully done a run with either of them. And the Cossacks would be really fun to just go non-stop light cav. And Observation would be fun to spam artillery. So both of them have a gimmick. Yeah, and everyone's too busy playing the game. That's right, Locality. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, the game is available, the demo is available now. I'm going to put a poll for the Russians. Who should I play? Observation for artillery defense, or Cossacks for cavalry offense. So I think both would be fun. I don't know what you guys lean on. Where do I lean? What would I play? I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. I don't really mind. Our Observation Corps ultra turtling. Yes, they're the turtle. They might be a little boring because you do sit back, but it also could be fun just like annihilating people with artillery. I think that's where they would be fun. Cossacks would be fun because this would be like very micro-intensive cavalry hit and run tactics, sprinting around the map, pillaging and burning all the villages we find, which could also be really fun. I think the other alternative is I could do Act 1 as both of them today. Instead of trying to get into like Act 2, I could just do one solid act with each of them. But I don't know. I don't really know. I think you guys can decide. And I also probably want to use difficulty modifiers for fun, because I feel like the game has been getting a little easy for me, and I wouldn't mind a little struggle, personally. So what are you guys feeling? It's like 52-48%. So anybody who's watching, check out the stream vote. You can pick what you'd like to see. And it's almost tied. We've got 30 votes out of 35 people here, so if there's just a handful of people who haven't voted, your choice is between kind of an artillery defense build or a cavalry offense build. We can play either of those. Neither has really been shown off. Oh, now it's true 50-50. Oh, the Cossacks are overtaking. The fast Cossacks are overtaking the observation. It's neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen. Dang, I don't know. I'm gonna end it there. We're gonna go Cossacks. Okay, we're going Cossacks. No one shows them off, so we'll do it. Observation Corps does look fun. It was 50-50, neck and neck. How about this? I'll make it up to you guys. If we start building out like a third division, I can do like a Russian artillery group in the back with the some observation troops. We could make it even a challenge today that we're only allowed to recruit Cossacks and observation units. If you guys want to make like a hybrid. But I think for the sake of a campaign, their campaign bonus is more unique for Cossacks. So we'll show them off. That's a good compromise, right? And then which difficulty would you guys like me to be on? Difficult, brutal, or legendary? I'm willing to play on any difficulty you'd like. If you want me to show it off. I don't mind losing either, so it's totally fine. I can try the legendary if you guys would prefer. Let me know what you guys want to see. I won't do a poll. You can just write to me what you prefer, and I'll show it off. Just waiting for you to play Russia. What are the limitations of the demo is it's just Prussia in Act 1. It's kind of hard to hear me. Oh, my volume is turned down. How about now? Is that a little bit better? Legendary Iron Man. I think I'll go, honestly. I'm gonna go Legendary Iron Man. I don't care. We're just gonna do it, okay? We're gonna make it tough. There we go. So I'm gonna rename the stream and call it the Legendary Cossacks run. All right, there we go. I can move the mic away a little bit like this, so this way you don't hear me breathing. All right, so let's actually go and figure out what we want to do. We've got Kievsky, Musketeers, okay, we got to go Cossacks, right? That's kind of a given. Officers gain a promotion when hired. Okay, we play into officers a bit. That could be nice. Campaign move speed would have been cool, but I want to equip the horses. And then morale damage received is good, but we got to go with Cossacks, don't we? If that's the theme. We're gonna try to raise 2 brigades of Cossacks and then maybe get 1 brigade of observation units with some artillery. I think that's kind of the theme we can go for. And it's a good combination because the observation can kind of hold back and just bomb them with artillery, and then I can harass with the Cossacks. That's not a bad combination at all. All right, we have von Tottelben. What do we want to rename von Tottelben? If I did the Hun, you're only gonna see the Hun, right? So how do we do Attila? He's gonna be John. He'll be John Attila, the Hun. There we go. So this way you only see Attila. And then what we'll do is we're gonna name all of our Cossacks after real Cossack hosts for fun. Does YouTube allow you to pin the link to the demo? I'll try it out, Seb. Sebastian is a developer on this game, so everyone say hi to Seb. Alright, I've pinned the demo. And it's him, John Cossack, yeah. We have got our... We're going to call these guys the Don Cossacks and then promote them into that. We'll call these guys the Slobodian Cossacks and promote them into that. And then we're going to have our Volga Cossacks. And Azov Cossacks. Oh, it's like the Azov Brigade. Is that controversial? I don't really care. We'll make them yellow and blue. The Don. I don't really care if it is or not. They're gonna be blue and yellow and red, so blue, yellow, or red. I like that. That's kind of cool. That's colorful. Blue looks nice though. The Slobodians are blue and red, and they have like this kind of pattern going on with like red on the outside, and then on the inside it's like a light blue, and then it has like a religious image in the middle, like a saint. We could do like that. I like that. And then Azov. The Azov Cossacks are just basically like a pure light blue like this. And then just a Cossack symbol in the middle. In fact, it's kind of like just pure dark blue like that. What's Volga though? Volga is blue and yellow. Let's do that then. I think that looks good for them. There we go. Everyone's got kind of a unique theme. And the Don, we're going to make the fastest and give them alcohol. And then the Slobodians, we're going to give them the other step horses who get move speed. And we're going to sell all of our junk off. We are immediately going to go and sell off our crap. Actually, are there any places that have good resale value? No, not in our proximity. We're going to sell all this off. We got 400. Probably need to just buy this new brigade. I'm going to raid this down real quick, because the Russians raid twice as quickly. So we're going to raid that down. There should be raiding sounds. I don't know why we don't have that in, but okay, we got plenty of crap. Then we will take on the depot. And we want probably... I might want a little ammunition because I have 0. So it's probably useful to get, even though I don't need it right now. Provisions I won't need. Money I will need. I'll get some ammo for now. Will we even need it, though? No, we won't need it right now. Let's fight him. Really love the demo. Okay, that's good, man. Glad you liked it. Oh, shit, I forgot we're on... I forgot we have all the difficulty modifiers on. So basically, with the difficulty mod... Let me explain some of these. First, our replenishment rate is minus 30%. Second, one regiment in every brigade is doubled. So it doubled the infantry, made a fourth. Now we're facing 4 units, not 3. Recruitment cost is increased by 35%. Resources and items are increased by 20%. Upgrade costs are all +1. Visibility on the map is minus 25%. Officer death chance is plus 30%. Enemy combat effectiveness and morale is plus 10%. And if a unit of ours shatters in battle, it goes back to our camp with an additional 20% casualties. So if anybody shatters, that's a real big problem for us. So let's go in. I wonder if there's like royalty-free Cossack music I can have in the background without getting immediately copyright struck. We'll need to turn up the difficulty. Had a lot of fun. Oh, this guy's killing it. Look at that. Oh, damn. Look, he's got a lifeguard already. Wow, look at that. Yeah, he did great. Cool. But yeah, demo is up, guys. So you can play it as long as you want to. And there's no timer on it, so you don't have to worry about the game being pulled away from you. You only get to play in... You only get to play in Act 1. I have the scale on Epic. I think we should probably reduce it to like Ultra. I like big battles, but I think the Epic is just going to be a little too large. But yeah, here's our Don. Here's our Slobodians, our Azov, and our Volga. Okay. And I'll put the music on because it's a little quiet, isn't it? Just a little bit. There we go. So, we're all mounted at the start. We're going to sprint over, move these guys around. General's going to go with these guys. Why not? Look how fast they are. Cossacks are quick. They're going to have to cross the river first. We're going to want to take out the cavalry. We're going to go on a higher speed, kind of try to pull them in. I want that cavalry to come forward so I can engage. I have Toddleben or Attila. John Attila. And he is what? Melee plus 15, charge plus 15. But less veterancy gain. Okay. That's because what? He's a savage? Yeah. We're going to do that charge. Let's see how we do on this charge. What items they have? Morale and charge. Morale. Wow. Okay, they might be a little harder to break, but our charge damage should still be really good. Second Cossack coming in. Should break him. Take the Don, pull him out. Let Slobodian finish him off. Good. Pull back. Get out of there. First one's down. Range is a little bit there. You forgot to equip them? I didn't equip anything. Or I didn't forget to equip anything. What are you talking about? Alright, we are flanking around here. And then we have these guys to deal with. I'm actually going to swing over. Ignore these two regiments. And then just quadruple team them. I'm going to have Don chase down the... We're going to need to grind out every kill we can get. So Don's going to catch up to the provincials and take him out. Slobodian's going to wait for reinforcements on the right. We are cutting across a forest. I'm going to stay on the road there. And the general doesn't matter. We're going to sprint down that road. Fly down there. What's their range at? Not bad. Okay, we don't want to get hit with a volley. And I'm going to finish off the provincials. They're all going to get killed. I need to bait a volley. So essentially what we want to do is we want to get them to shoot. But shoot at their max range and slip out of it. So they waste their volley and then we can charge in. And the other recruits are pursuing us behind. Alright. So make them think they can shoot. While the rest slip around the back. Come on, guys. Enemy cavalry is dead in the back. I'm going to order the charge now. Because they're not formed up. They're trying to form up to take down the Slobodians. There we go. I got the charge off. Nice. And we are going to slam into them from all sides. Cossacks are pretty fun, honestly. This is kind of cool. Alright, let's follow them. We're going to hunt them all down. I feel bad that none of them are going to get away. Wow, the general's unit actually looks quite large. Don's not going to miss out on the fun. The rest of the infantry is like, what's going on over there, guys? And I'm just going to grind up as many kills as I can because I need the promotions. There we go. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright. We'll fast forward that. I'm sure that's boring to watch. But I do need to annihilate all of them. I'm going to go back and just charge them. I know it's kind of lame I'm doing this, but we need every advantage we can get. Alright, I'm going to let them calm down. The Don, I'm just going to have hunt. And then these guys... Look how low the morale is already. The only issue we have is that our stamina is a little low. So... I'm going to run around there. And the general's going to run through the middle. I kind of put him in a bad spot. But he is distracting him for us. That's nice. There we go. Follow me. Follow me. It's like the... What's that in Shrek with the big gingerbread? Being... That's an odd reference, but... Alright, guys, over here. The big gingerbread man distracting. Or being distracted, I think, by the little gingerbread man. Alright, let's come over here. And then we're going to take him out. And then Azov, you can begin grinding those kills down. Yeah, sorry, Britain. You're not going to live through this. There we go. Nice. All right. We've got... should get a lot of kills from that. Mongo, the giant gingerbread man, yeah. All right, killed 2,000 of them. And lots of plunder, because the Cossacks get a bonus to plunder. We didn't take many casualties. We don't need this. I could take the money and the ammo, but I don't need that. Some food and veterancy to get the Cossacks off the ground could be nice. Because I bet I can promote them a ton. There we go. We're pretty close. I might drill them for a day, but we need ammo. If I drill them for 1 day, they'd all be vet 2. Let's see if we want to equip anything. So Don Cossacks, I might write in parentheses, well, I was going to say I might write in parentheses what they specialize in, but honestly, they're all going to specialize in charging, right? So I don't really need to leave notes on them. Don will give the riding boots because they're going to be our favorite, and so are the Slobodians. Volga and Azov will be kind of like more secondary Cossacks. Yeah. So, in fact, why don't I give these guys the darker blue, you know? So this way everyone's using the darker blue shade. Just for consistency, right? What else do we have here to equip? I do have greatcoats, which reduce melee damage received. So maybe we want an extra slot. Yeah. I'll buy this just so I can do that, because they're really, really important to me. And then everything else is probably going to get sold. I do like the casualty restoration. And then we just have to get rid of everything else. This is also a little bit of casualty restoration, which is nice. Because we're going to be taking some losses. And also, as Russia, you guys have to remind me, as Russia, look, Steppe Raiders, loot from pillaging and winning battles is +2, so you get extra loot, but lose 3 thalers per regiment daily if not using the raiding stance or forced march. So we need to go on forced march, which is a hotkey is F, and just constantly remember to go forced march and just fly around the map. Retired veteran. I don't really need him, so I'll just try to convince him. Okay, little chaplain with casualties restored, +12 morale. That's pretty excellent actually. I might move that over to our Don to really give them the morale, and then give the coats to the Volga. Azov is getting neglected, but it is what it is. Don will give like a red trim, by the way, and then the Slobodian maybe we'll give a little blue trim. That'd be nice. Volga we can give a yellow. I like that. And then Azov will give maybe a lighter blue. That's cool. And then we have another village here, which, gosh, I don't know why I hesitated there. Should have hesitated. Probably need to sell my stuff off. Oh, gosh, am I going to sell in time? You know what I can do is just lead them away. Oh, they caught me on forced march. Are you kidding me? Damn. Well, I can beat all the cavalry super easily, and then we just have some recruits to deal with. Fair enough. I'll destroy this. We'll go to the village, sell all of our stuff, burn it down, and then do the encounter. But I think we'll be... And I need a little bit of ammo, because I want to drill for a day and just get a little bit of extra experience. All right, what do we got? Don, Slobodian. So our horses are going to look a little bit smaller because I decreased the unit scale. It's actually good they start in a forest. They're all going to be slowed down. I honestly love this 4 Cossack composition. This is quite cool. Having no no line infantry at the moment is quite fun. Has anyone here seen anyone any YouTubers streaming like Russia at all, or even Austria, or maybe even the Cossacks more specifically? I don't think anybody's unlocked them yet, because you do have to unlock them. Oh, they've got Jaegers, which are going to die, and Cav, which is going to die. So this is the best comp I could have gotten. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. I'm going to send these guys around. I want to pull those Jaegers out into the open just a little bit more. We're going to get our charge off. Wipe out that provincial Cav. You are dead. You are dead. Let's hit them. There we go. Dude, it is honestly really fun being a Cossack horde. I didn't know when I set out to make this game that it would be naturally possible to just make a Cossack horde army, you know, because I just want to make a line battle game. And the fact that you can kind of play this like Attila Total War is pretty funny. And we just wipe out all those casualties. I do not want to get shot, but I do want to get the experience. I think I don't want to attack anymore because I'm going to run out of... I'm going to get fatigued. I'm going to hit those Jaegers. I'm going to have the general follow because we're going to get immediately charged. Why do the Dons take so much damage? You know, what happens is if two cavalry units charge each other, they deal at the same time. Like they're both going about 40 miles an hour. They both deal a lot of HP damage to each other. Even if they're really skilled, if they're both flying at each other at that speed, there is a... it stacks the charge damage both against each other, and so it just is very extreme. And so you do suffer a lot of HP loss as a result. You can see they lose a lot of HP on the initial charge, but once we get into the melee, my guys are better fighters in hand-to-hand. Yeah, it's Newton's third law, that's right, man. Yeah, you gotta go to physics if you want to understand how the Cossack host works. Look at the gore. Chase them down. And then I don't want to get shot because we're so squishy. So we're going to come out of there. And then we're going to follow those Jaegers. Don's is honestly taking a lot of losses here, but we only have 2 units left, both of whom have very low morale. Oh, they're both wavering. Let's finish them off. What I'm going to do is stack everything on this guy. Come on, guys. Order the charge. Let's go, 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 go. And I'm not going to worry about him because I want the battle to last a little longer so I can round up casualties. Oh, they got their volley off, but they missed a bunch of their shots. So we're in good shape. We're going to slam into these guys and follow them. There we go. And then rush these guys around. The Cossacks' third law. That's right. Let's follow these guys. And then we're going to hold them back. Keep following them. And I want to just grind out those kills. I know I'm being cheesy, but look, we've got every hardcore modifier on for those who don't know. So we're trying to use every little advantage. So we're going to draw these guys out and just grind those kills in the back. And you know what? Our guys do better charge damage than melee. So if I just pull them out and charge again, we'll do a good HP damage. There we go. And now, let's finish these guys off. Let's hit them. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, I took a lot of losses. They got I was on fast speed. They wiped out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I was a little sloppy. I probably could have flanked around, but still got a lot of experience. Still killed a lot of them. So now let's see how many kills we got there. Good loot. Not bad. Lingen. Good amount of stuff. Good plunder. I want the ammo. And the money. Okay, you saw that. You saw those guys restore a little bit of their casualties. If you saw the health bar was going down, then came back up, that's because we've got the chaplain, which is getting us 30% of our casualties restored. Which, honestly, you could probably stack this with 20% and get 50% of your casualties restored. I might have to do that for the Don, honestly. I'll give up their alcohol and give that to Slobodian for now. Actually, you know what? Slobodian can be speed, right? So you'll get the boots. I want the charge damage, and then because we're doing all that charging, look, if you stack... Oh, interesting. Okay, I can't have the alcohol, and yeah, that would be overpowered. But look at this, 20% casualties restored, 30%. So I get half the losses I take, I just get them back. And then we'll give the alcohol to... Maybe we'll give it to Azov, because they don't really have anything right now. Attila gets a nice little upgrade. Morale damage dealt. That's not bad. Terrifying. I like that. Very fitting. Look. Bloodthirsty, savage, and terrifying. I like that. That's nice. Yeah, I have enough cash to really start moving. I'm going to knock out this outpost real quick. Oh, let's do it. Got some money. And then force marches F. Is it F? Yeah, how come that's not working? Okay, it is working. The icon just didn't update. So, we need a little bit of manpower. Upgrade that. There we go. Sell off just about everything because we need to start making money. Sell off just about everything here. I'll keep that one, actually. I'm going to keep these two. There. And then give him, like, the cheese. No, I can't do it. I'll open another slot up. Fuck it. There we go. I like my Cossacks. And then, what, we have 1,300 to spend. So we can bring up pure Cossack cavalry. We can grab another one, which is really good. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We're at 530 now. You said you want artillery. Bowler, I'm going to outfit 2 full Cossack groups. And then my 3rd brigade, I can start building a conventional force. Because mid to late game, the Cossacks are not going to do well. Early game, you can really annihilate recruits. Late game, if you charge grenadiers with Cossacks, it can work, but you got to pepper them up first with some, like, artillery. Let's do the Choguyev Cossacks. And then Choguyev flag is all red. It's just pure red with like a sword in the middle. So we'll do like, that looks pretty cool. And we'll give them, I think everyone should be a different color. Each Cossack should be a different Power Ranger. So we'll do that. Our upgrade cost, by the way, we can go Don or Slobodian, which, by the way, are they wearing both brown? Huh, did my push not get? That's really weird. I pushed a change to their uniforms, and it's not generating. That's really unfortunate. Like, I gave the Don Cossacks... Anybody remember going on stream and we updated all the uniforms for the Cossacks? I pushed that update. Huh. Well, I'll write a note there that my update didn't get pushed. That's weird. Where do I want to write this note for myself? I shouldn't put that in next fest changes because we don't need that, but... Oh, look. Wow, look. Nico finished some cool-ass artwork, dude. No way. All right, we got some new artwork to take a look at. So these are like the letters that pop up on screen at the beginning of the game. Do you remember like this in the top left, enemy headquarters mustard? He's creating sketches for those that are fully colored in. That is so cool. So the enemy... is like kind of gray because this way it fits for any nation. I really like that. I feel like white flags might be too, like they're surrendering. So how about this? Yeah, I'd say I'd replace the enemy white flags with red, since red equals hostile. I think that'd be good, right? Winter's coming. I really like that one. That looks great. Reinforcements coming. That's amazing. Good job. War is upon us. That's the initial start one. Temperatures plummet. You're getting cold. Oh, this is incredible. Such a good job, Nico. Awesome work. Love these so much. That's awesome. Were the Cuirassiers du Roi the only ones with the full cuirass at the time? I think so. They may have been one of the only ones. It really wasn't popular to have the breastplates. Although sometimes you'd wear them underneath the uniform. I think on occasion that would happen. I'm having fun with the Cossacks, though, right now. It's pretty cool. All right, at the stable, we could put... Oh, I definitely want to pick up some good swords. I want, like, Basket Hill, 12 shock. 6 shock is okay with 12 melee, but I want... It's 240. If I'm going to spend the money... I want it to be... You know what? Let's pick these up. Saddles, melee... those saddles are basic. I don't really need those. I'd spend 240 for a sword. These are like Highland swords, so they're good for charging. And look at that. Look at the sword we have now. Worn Saber is 6.2. We're going to get our charge up by doubled to 12. Beautiful. Look at that bonus. Yeah, we need to start getting some cavalry swords when we can. How cheap are the stamina move speed for the horseshoe? 45. I don't really want to spend money on that. Let's burn down this village. Yeah. We get you as the Cossacks, you raid twice as quickly, and you also get extra loot when you raid. So look at that. We get, oh, there's the horseshoe that we wanted. I like how we very politely traded with them and then just destroyed their entire home. We'll give that to our Don. The horseshoes we'll give to the Volga. Reload speed, accuracy, and reload. We don't need any of these, so we're going to sell those. And we're going to progress onward. The two hotkeys we want to know is F for force march and Q for forage, because that might increase the visibility for us a little bit now and then if we need to see. But we're going to go in small little increments. We can't do forts. That's the thing. Oh, beautiful. Raid 3 settlements. We're going to get the Shugyev Cossacks in a sec. And then slums. Where are the slums? They're all towards the center and the far right and the south. We're going to take the main road. 1 slum, 2 slums. Then swing down south and go 1, 2, 3. So main road, up, right, down. Munster. There's bound to be a patrol soon. But look at that. Cavalry recruitable. We don't want to burn this one down. They're spared. Frontier, Russian provincial, rider recruits Don Cossacks for 1,200. We do want a regiment of the Don Cossacks. We do want some of those. Yep. We're going to want to take these guys. So we need to save up that money. At the stable, nothing really crazy at the stable here. More basket hilt swords, but we don't need to spend any money. I can sell this stuff off. We've got 489. We could buy a horse. Another step horse would be nice. Only 144, and you get 6 move speed and 8 stamina. That to me seems like kind of a steal. So I'm going to buy one. So anybody who doesn't have a step horse, look at the movement speed on these guys. Ready? Go 60 up to 66 and higher stamina. So we really want to get these guys going. And then I might drill for 1 day. There we go. 1 day of drilling. That's it. Just get that experience up just a little bit. Because drilling got buffed recently, so I want to make use of it. And I don't want to burn Munster down because I want to come back for those Don Cossacks. So we're going to keep moving. Keep the force march. Oh, we got a goat. All right. We'll adopt the goat. Morale and accuracy. Well, morale plus 10 is good, but the accuracy is not really needed. Maybe if we have a shooting Cossack with a carbine, we can give him, like the Slobodian's good shooting unit. Yeah, this is morale plus 4, so let's give him the goat. The goat will follow along. We'll call them the goat. Okay. And the cheese we can give to our Chugyev. No muskets in sight, but they burn the ammo to drill. Well, I guess the ammunition's kind of it's kind of abstracted. It's just general munitions that they're using to practice with. So maybe they're building some practice lances and targets and stuff. Where do we want to go? Yeah, they throw the ammo balls at each other. That's right. I'm going to go off-road and slam into... Actually, no. Let's not. Let's burn this stuff down and get that extra Cossack unit. I hope... Oh, no, the patrol got me right before. Damn. I would have had the 1 extra unit. Do I fight it or do I retreat and take the attrition and then immediately get the extra Cossack? Probably not. I probably should fight it. I probably should fight this one. Subsidy provincial cab is not too bad. 15 and 20 on each of them. I'll wipe out the cav. Lamolets is pretty decent. Hessian Musketeers are tough. So we got this. Let's try it out. You don't want to retreat because you drop a bunch of supplies if you retreat and we don't want to lose anything. Yeah, these are incredible. Isn't the art lovely here? These are so good. Oh, awesome. People are loving the game. That's great. Damn, how'd he get 3.5 brigades in Act 1? Damn. Wow, this guy really snowballed in Act 1, didn't he? Look at that force. Nice. New artwork for the briefings drawn. Love how these turned out. Yeah, these are awesome. And then we have got the Shugyev Cossacks, Volga, Azov. We may specialize them. Once we get enough items, I might unequip everything and then hyper-specialize my Cossacks, like some for speed, some for charging, and really try to build something specific. I really don't understand why my uniform changes didn't get pushed. All right. Let's move these guys over. That's a shame because I was looking forward to the really colorful Don Cossacks, and Slobodians are pretty colorful too. Maybe Thomas just didn't take my poll, but that would be odd. I don't know. Let's see. We're dealing with subsidy provincial cav, lots of infantry over there. Who are these guys? Hessian musketeers. These guys are gonna be tough. Look at the melee on that. 49 melee, and one of my guys at like, yeah, they're worse. So I'm going to have to rely on hit and run. Let's lure him out to the right. Swing everybody else out over. And do Cavs still have greater numbers, or did you revert the change? I reverted the change. They're pretty small now, but I like it like that. I like 400 Cav. I don't like 600 to 800 cavalry per regiment. It just felt too small. Dismounting Dragoons, we cut that because it was just causing some problems. But we could always bring it back at some point. All right, I'm going to hit those Cav quickly because I think they're far enough away. I'm comfortable taking on that charge. Look at this triple charge. Ready? Obliterate them. Bring these guys back. My guys are pursuing. I got to tell them to stop pursuing. Take on the new Cav. And this battle, we're probably not going to be able to grind as much. Damn, they want to pursue so bad. Basically, as long as that momentum bar is full. All right, I'm going to hit these guys. I'm too close. I'm going to get hit by a stray volley if I don't just charge them. There we go. Got 2 charges in. Got a 3rd charge on the way. I should be able to beat these guys, but they're going to deal a lot of HP damage on the way. Move these Cossacks back. Lamelitz is going to form up. I'm just about to break them. And I got to get enough kills on them. They're going to come back. I got to shatter them. I have to. I just got to shatter them. There we go. Shattered. Get these guys back. If they're shattered, they can't come back. So you want to make sure you get that morale bar down. Lamelitz is following me. Let's move this guy back. The demo is more than the intro battle. If you play the demo, guys, you get the whole access to Act 1 as Prussia. So you can play through it, and you can play it as many times as you want. It's not timed. So anybody listening, if you want to try playing as the Prussians, the demo is available now for you to try it out. All right, I'm going to waste a lot of stamina doing this, but I want to get these guys far right so we can start pulling apart their force. And these guys are resting. So hopefully, look, they take the bait. And then let these Cossacks rest because they're tired. 20. 24. Okay, yeah, we want that number to go up. Damn, they're really tired. Lamelitz aren't too tough. So Lamelitz is next. If we kill enough of their allies, it will tank this unit's morale. We don't want to take this one head on. So we're going to run from that one and just pick off these guys. And with enough casualties inflicted, their morale will begin to shake as a result. That's what we want to do. They're running. Oh, we took a little bit of damage there. It's the goat that took the damage. That sucks. All right, let's follow these guys. And we're going to use them as cover so that they don't shoot us because they don't want to fire into their allies. So we're going to follow them close, danger close. We got to do what they did in Vietnam. Just hug the enemy so the artillery can't be called in. All right. And then we're going to grind down as many of these casualties as we now can. There we go. And these Hessians, we have to just lead them along. Hey, follow me over here, guys. Everything's okay. Are there deployable stakes? There are, and that's going to be a danger for us. Yeah, true Stalingrad. Also Stalingrad tactic, yeah. Just hug the enemy. Coincidentally, we are using Ukrainian. Well, what's it called? Stalingrad wasn't in Ukraine, but close to it. Demo available in 3 days. Zep, the demo is available now, man. You can try it now. I was lying to you guys just for fun, just to trick you. See how we lowered their morale now? See how this morale is lowered here? It's because we killed all their friends, and they're feeling a little scared. And we're going to let them finish that off. I think I need to pull the Don Cossacks. These guys are damaged, so I'm going to let them continue grinding kills. But Don and Azov I need for this final charge. Because my guys are exhausted. And the Hessians are a little scary. They're fast, too, aren't they? Look how fast they are. But we just need to keep grinding these kills down. Alright. We are slowly but surely regenerating. I'm going to try to hit them in the back. Let's go. And then... Oh, they're sprinting. They're sprinting toward me to try to get the volley off. Oh, I ran through the lake. The enemy will also go on free fire. All right, good. We got him. We got him. Hit him in the back. There we go. Look how many Cossacks you got to pile on. This is where the mid-tier infantry starts getting dangerous. Recruits I can take out, but otherwise... You can't rotate the camera left or right. Yeah, we are going to fix that tomorrow. We're going to put a patch out tomorrow to fix that, okay? Look, we got wooden stakes, which we can't use as cavalry, but we did get a horse, which I like. And we probably want to get... I want to replace those losses. Because we took a lot of losses there. There we go. Got some promotions out. Very nice. A 2... 3 veterancy. We need to get up to 7 to get the Don. So it's going to be tough. That's going to be a long process. I wonder if there's anything else we could do to speed that up. Probably not. Let's replenish our losses. We have just enough manpower to do it. We have a white horse. The Holsteiner move speed. That's actually quite good for us. We're going to give the Shugyev the white horses. And the rest we sell off. And so we're going to finish burning this village. There we go. We got the Shugyev Cossacks. Oh, I already named one after the Shugyev Cossacks. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Yeah, there's the red flag, too, I was talking about. In fact, I like this other symbol. I like that one. And maybe red. Oh, I changed the vest color as well. Maybe blue and yellow looks nice for them. And then these guys, we're going to rename them because we already have the Shugyev Cossacks. So we're going to call them the Bakhmut Cossacks. A difficulty modifier that slows your campaign movement speed based on the number of regiments. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, bigger you get, the slower you get. Maybe. I feel like it would just become annoying to play at the end, right? Because you'd be fighting the hardest region and you're just moving slow. It just slows down the game, so... When I start the demo, my screen starts drifting toward the left corner of the map. Delran, can you hit escape and then turn off edge camera panning? You might have that on. So hit escape, go to general, and let's look together. Screen edge panning. I would turn that off, and maybe that's the issue. That might be the problem. I'm going to take the Hussar Sabres off of these guys because I want to give them to my better cavalry. Yeah, these guys are actually better, so I'm going to give the Hussar Sabres to the goat. There we go. And I watched some guy get wrecked in his first battle. Yeah. And then the Shugyev, we can give the melee damage received the heavy jackets. I kind of want to give that to the Don, though. I'm investing in my Don Cossacks. Yeah, screw it. I'm investing in these Don. And let's go check out this battlefield. Make sure we go force march. Wounded nobleman. That would be great if we can... Oh, he's dead. We couldn't get him. That is an encamped army. We may want to actually grind that battle because you get a doctrine out of it and you get lots of loot. So we may want to go back and take that out. Drummer boys. I can't equip them, unfortunately. I think oboists are the most expensive to sell. So that's worth 230. We're going to sell the musicians we just got. Whoa. Run away. I don't want to fight that. Not right now, at least. How much of a unit needs to be in the general's range to get them rob off? As long as a single model is in range, it's fine. Oh, this would be perfect. I will... All encounters are revealed or all villages? I want to get all the encounters. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. Oh my gosh. We see where everything is. Oh yeah, that is nice. I need to get the one that reveals all the army locations too. The duel. I don't want to duel. I don't want to lose my officer. We have more slums to deal with. So hit those. I got plenty of food because we're traveling light, meaning the force march is very efficient for us. We cross that road. Wild horses, beautiful. Oh, double Holsteiners. Wow, what a coincidence. We got the double move morale horses. That's awesome. Beautiful. Dude, the Cossack run is kind of... I did not realize. I've never played the Cossacks before. This is very fun, honestly. I love having the all-cav force. All right, there we go. And then we got horses for every regiment. Awesome. We're going to go here. They've got item cost, so we might buy some items, and I'll sell. We've got 1,000. I do want to double back and get the Don Cossacks, though, don't we? So we may want to... They're positioned there. That's where our Don is for about 1,200. What we could do... Let's burn this down. But let's be real careful. Hold on. I'm going to get just out of range to burn it down. Even more out of range. There we go. Just in case a patrol comes by. I don't want to deal with it. Okay. Now we're going to keep moving. I don't want to get... Look, I only got 2,600 men. All right, we got our first stalking army of, what, 10,000? We're going to keep moving. Burn down. They're running from us. That's great. That stalking army is on its way. Almost. I want to destroy that last location. Okay, there we go. Thank God. We get out of there. We got the 1,200 we need. And we go pick up the Don Cossack, and then we can take on that stalking army if we need to. We have a depot up there, a supply cache, which will have a really easy battle attached to it. I'll definitely fight that. Can we afford him? He's 1,267. Just barely can't. What could we do? We'll sell... Oh, we have so much to sell off. Keep this. Sell that. Sell that. Keep this. Keep that. Beautiful. Look at this. Ready, guys? Don Cossacks. It's ours. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, these guys I'm going to call... I already have one named after Don Cossacks, so we're going to rename them. We're going to make them the Orenburg Cossacks, and they're going to be quite good. I'm going to put them into this brigade because they're going to get a melee buff. And look at that. They go up to 61. So they're quite good. Give them the riding boots. Give them the heavy jackets. And then we've got some greatcoats we can give away. We'll give that to the Shugyev. And we're in good shape now. $452. Do we want to buy anything else at the stable, maybe? I'd buy some swords, you know? I'd buy a basket hilt or something. I kind of want to get 2 swords, though. Because the swords I'm using now suck. So it's 312. Let's do that. Let's get some new swords in. Because look, half of our guys don't even have proper swords. So we're just going to get them buffed. These guys really need it. There we go. Beautiful. Played the demo. Gotta say I'm hooked. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you liked it. Maybe another officer. Oh, you're so smart. I forgot. Damn, I completely forgot about the officer. You're right. If you remind me, I need to sell something and then grab that officer. We're going to go... You know what we'll do? Let's go to the supply cache. This is a freebie. Grab the coins. Look at that. Only recruits. We can just knock these guys out. I am getting a bad feeling that it's already day 60. We've already used up half of our time and we have no infantry. And we probably got to get that next brigade open. We got to stop buying items. Oh, shit. They get 600? Holy shit. Look at them. They get 600 Cossacks on the Chugyev. Oh, man. Beautiful. Dude, the Cossacks... Aren't the Cossacks pretty cool? What do you guys think of them? They're more than a... I thought they were just going to be kind of a gimmick, but the game actually works pretty well with them. They're quite fun. It reminds me of when I would play Medieval 2 and I'd play Russia and I'd only recruit Cav, and that was pretty fun too. They're pretty cool. I like them. I'm going to get my ass kicked on the boss battle, though, because they're going to have all heavy infantry and I'm going to get screwed. So I really got to grind out. We got to hunt patrols. Even if they're boring or easy battles, we got to hunt patrols and just take them out. We need as much money as we can get. Because that final battle is going to just be insane. I may even fight one of those encamped armies. What is cool is we paid for local intelligence and got access to where all the encounters are. So if any of those give us a free unit or free money, we need to find those. So we really got to, from this point on, we got to be as strategic as possible. Like, this is a good strategy to take on this easy battle at this depot. Because it's so lightly guarded. And I really need to, oh, man. Let's get out of there. Perfect. They wasted their volley. And because they wasted their volley, I can come back. There we go. Shattered them. Let's hunt them down. Oh, my God. They're just... Oh, my gosh. Let's have them come back and then hit them again. There we go. Are we getting shot at? Yeah, they're missing. Now let's pull these guys back. And then let's hit them. And have the general come up. And they're still wasting their shots. That's just good. They're not loaded much. We're going to hit these guys in the back. Beautiful. And these guys might rout just at the amount of kills we end up getting. But yeah, we need to kill every single one of them. We need to kill all of them. There we go. Oh my gosh, isn't that horrific? None of our cavalry are dead. It's just all the recruits. Alright. Now we hit them. And we just have... Look, they're going to break. We didn't even fight them. They're going to break because they're just so scared. Oh, they're playing a little bagpipe. Here, listen. They're playing their little bagpipe. Aww. Alright, guys. Well, that's your funeral bagpipe. Let's get in there. There we go. And they're gone. Oh, we need... Where's our Russian music? There we go. Dun, dun, dun. Reminds me of Victoria 2, doesn't it? I always associate this song with playing Victoria 2. Hurrah! Alright, annihilated them. Got tons of loot from it. Beautiful. Plenty of stuff, too. I might take the veterancy because I need to get these guys upgraded. I think I want to do that. Is that a bad idea or do I need the money? I have all this for money. I want to get the experience. I want to get everybody promoted. Because I need them with the best stats possible if they're going to survive. Vet 4. Vet 7, we get them to be Don level. Which look how much more charge and melee you get. And morale. Even for Shugyev, or Slobodian rather. So we really need to get these guys going. I can't fight the boss with only one Don Orenburg Cossack. So we know where all the encounters are. Maybe we swing, hit these, hit those 3. 4th. Let's just do a circle around the map, I suppose. Get the officer in Munster. Maybe we get an officer at Paderborn instead. Maybe. Let's go to Munster. Let's see what we get. I want someone who's good charge, but less cover efficiency. Beautiful. Charge is nice. Movement speed. Movement speed plus 15%, but officer death chance. Do I want my Cossacks fast, or do I want them to charge harder? What do you guys think we want to go for? Very pleasant surprise. Demo's pretty awesome. Thank you, man. I'm glad you liked it. You guys want to go charge or move speed 15%? I'd probably go charge, right? Yeah, let's go charge. Let's put him in the Cossack uniform. There we go. Vinomsky. Everyone's looking good. We'll give them the heavy jackets. Let's sell off all of our other crap. We are in need of another unit, I would say. Maybe we get a frontier recruit. But then again, like... Yeah, no, they're making us pay extra. I don't need to pay 448 for a frontier recruit. That's ridiculous. I could get an artillery unit, but I can't really defend them right now. I feel like I could just get my 4th cavalry for 559. He's not a Cossack though, but that's tough. I'm not sure. Let's shop around somewhere else. Rider recruit leads to like a cuirassier or a dragoon, like very conventional Russian cavalry. I want to catch a patrol. HQ is on day 142. See if there's anything good here. They have cheap infantry. Honestly, guys, let's grab 2 frontier recruits. They're infantry for now. And then they can promote into Cossacks. But what we can do is use their quick veterancy gain because they're recruits to hoard up as much veterancy as possible and propel ourselves into Cossacks and then down here. They could also be made into Pandor Musketeers, which are like light infantry. So we could even turn them that way. But at least we have 1 infantry unit. We just need to get our 3rd Brigade up. And I'm going to pillage this place. And it should be quick. 4 days. There we go. Plenty of loot. Let's keep moving. I'm going to give these guys the Spontoon for veterancy gain and morale. I have riding boots, which I want to give to these guys. And then I need to sell the rest. I can't hoard too much equipment. They're actually running from us now. Yeah, light infantry Cossack army is cool. I agree. We're going to go take out that patrol in a sec. I would definitely do this. Spend the ammo to train. Beautiful. Oh, nice. Got some promotions. Nothing we can spend it on just yet. That's okay, though. Let's run over here. Where did they go? Damn. I don't know where they went. Aha. Spend some ammo that we're not going to use, delaying the headquarters by 2 weeks. Let's do it. There we go. Let's burn down this location. There we go. We got a convoy, traveling merchants. Let's try it. We're going to provide a large escort. And they returned. Gave us some items and some money. Breastplates. I like breastplates. I don't mind losing a little move speed because our move speed is 70. I'll take the breastplates so we don't get hurt. And then... who needs the jackets? Probably these guys. There we go. Let's keep moving. We have another place to burn down. Destroy it. We got even more. We got saddles now. Who can we give saddles? These guys, maybe. Melee speed, melee damage, move speed. So we're really stacking up these Cossacks to get their stats up. The feud. Exchange weapons for thalers. I don't really need weapons because they're going to be guns most likely. Or get volunteers for provisions. I got plenty of... yeah, this is a no-brainer. Let's support the people. You know the Russians got to support the people. Not the magistrate. Let's see at Paderborn if there's anything... probably want to sell. Just get as much cash as we can. Open up that next brigade. Throw the infantry in there. Oh, sorry. And... we did say we want to start getting some observation recruits to hold us. The observation recruits are very slow, but great accuracy, so they're a good anchor. They're a really good anchor. And we're probably going to make brigades 4 and 5 into the, what do you call them? The observation, but I don't mind getting them now. So why don't we knock out a couple other encounters first? I'll take the money. Let's do it. I'm going to swing around in a circle and come back to pick up some observation. If I give these guys... oh, look at this. If I give them an officer, I get a heavy infantry. So if we can get an officer to sell, we can grab a heavy infantry unit. I don't need the ammo, so we're going to kill all these people in the hospital and get the extra reservists. I'm going to go grab the convoy. Use force march for 80 days straight. All gas, no brakes achievement. All right. Accept the bribe. Enemy delayed. Yeah, I'm definitely doing this. All right, I bought myself another week. That's great. We're going to burn this down real quick because I want to swing back to Paderborn. I have an officer to buy and an observation recruit to get. All right, we have a field army approaching us. We're going to run from them. We can outrun most of these armies, which is great. We go to Paderborn. We sell off all of our crap, right? Go in here, go to the barracks. Grab the observation recruits. Grab the officer. We'll probably need 2 because we want to keep 1, sell 1, right? Can we afford that? Probably not. No. That's fine. Let's just grab the cheapest one then to give to that depot that needs it. Let's run back around. That event was broken. Which event was? Do you mean like overpowered? I haven't fully balanced all the encounters yet. Some of them are a little bit off. Oh, I have to put the officer in reserve. It didn't give you the chance of attrition. The chance means it's like a dice roll, so you might take the attrition, you might not. And in that case, I didn't take any attrition. Look at that. Observation Grenadiers. Just our luck, huh? Look, we got our red division. We'll say the red brigade. And we'll say the, we'll say like the renowned Cossacks and the reserve Cossacks. So all of our renowned ones will fit into this unit. Look at that. So it's Orenburg, Choguev, Don, and Slobodian. And then these are our reserve ones. And then our red brigade, we've got a couple more Cossacks in training. All right, we're in good shape. We're looking good now. 8,000 men. Let's run down. I need to do more slums because I really want to get the officer corps training. I've seen other people do the event. No one's ever gotten attrition unless it's strange luck. Yeah, maybe I can test it out. Might be a bug. I got another one of the drummer boy events. I'm gonna take the oboists and sell them. So it's free 230 cash. Winter's coming. Okay. Winter in a month. So I got 30 days before winter. But I got lots of food to prepare. I want the hides because I want to sell these pelts. We have one more slum. Sell all this. Damn, are Cossacks OP or what? We're doing excellent. I think I want to save my money because I want to fill out this slot with a dedicated Cossack unit. I mean, technically, he's going to become a Cossack. So I could just grab... Do we have any observation options? No. Observation would be good. Another sword would be nice. I don't mind grabbing that. I have the money. Let's grab the sword. Look at this. Bang. Fix that. Why'd you choose Prussia for the demo? I think they're the most popular, and they're the most balanced. You can kind of take them any direction, so I feel like people would like that the most. That sucks. We got to pay them off. Villagers hushed. But we get the officer corps training. Officers at settlements gain a promotion when hired. So anytime we grab an officer, we can grab cheap ones. Oh. Do we want to fight that battle? Do we want to fight it, or is there anything else we need? Like, I wouldn't mind getting one more unit, but I feel like I could take them on. I think I can do it. It's tons of recruits. I got this. Yeah, we got this. All right, we're looking good. Damn, it's getting late already. I just completed watching the vlogging through history British campaign. One thing I noticed is that units are firing standing in a river. That wouldn't be the case in a real battle. Yeah, you get a huge accuracy debuff, so you can stand in a river if you want to, but your guys perform much worse. Look at my accuracy. It's at 32, and out of the river it's at 50. So you can shoot in a river, but it's just horribly inefficient to do. But it's possible while you're trying to ford it. The river's quite shallow. We don't have any really deep rivers in our maps. All right, now we're fielding a proper army, aren't we? Look at these guys, our red army. I do like that they all wear red. It is very Russian, isn't it? It's the Russian summer uniform. And we've got other red coats that we're facing too. So let's grab all these guys, put them in a group, and then we'll organize them. I'm going to skew right and just hold that hill with our infantry. I don't really care about the observation units gaining experience. I care about the frontier units gaining experience. I want to turn these guys into Cossacks. And then our Cossacks we'll just put in little groups. Probably of maybe groups of 3, approximately. Orenburg could hang back, maybe. Actually, who's already max level? I'm pretty sure, like, the Shugyev are already max level. They can hang with the infantry and support them. This way we keep 2 groups of 3. By the way, our stamina is so good that they're considered invigorated. Notice the invigoration text. Anyone who has the invigoration bonus, if you hold Alt, gets a combat effectiveness bonus. So you see combat effectiveness 120%. That's because they've broken 50 morale. If you go above 50 morale, you get a 10% buff to combat effectiveness. And if you have high stamina, you get another 10%. And so you'll notice my stats on the left. See how the sword has that little green? That's because it's 20% higher due to the invigoration. So they're excited, essentially, to go to battle. We've hyped them up. All right, let's swing these guys to the right. Shugyev to support them. These guys on the right. And we're going to fly to the right. Everybody swing right, guys. Look how fast the Volga Cossacks are. Damn. Let's see who's the fastest Cossack right now. 103, 101, 99, 104, 117. Holy. Is it because they're on the road? Yeah, it's because they were on the road. There we go. All right, who do we got? We got enemy cav. We're going to screw them up. All right, let's see here. All right, let's go engage that cavalry. Let's hit them. There we go. Oh, they've got artillery. So we're just going to have to be careful. We've devoured that one unit. Okay, charge momentum. Got it back up. Good. I'm going to pull one of these guys out. Try to charge him in again. Try to break them. Come on, guys. There we go. He's in. And we're going to spread out because they got cav. Or artillery, I mean. Spread out. Artillery is being loaded. There we go. We got more cavalry on the way. Oh, our infantry is engaging. All right. Frontier recruits, let's put you guys in a line and run you. Observation, let's keep you in a column and run you. Observation grenadiers, let's keep you in a column. Observation units are quite slow, so I'm going to use them in a column. Zep, you can't turn the camera. Yeah, the game is 2D, so you can't do it, but you should have been able to rotate side to side a little bit, but we disabled that. We're going to re-enable it tomorrow because I know a lot of players wanted it. And we thought it'd be awkward if you could only rotate a little bit, but I think players miss, I think they're more upset they can't rotate at all. So I'll give that feature back. All right, let's flank around. This is a field army, I'm pretty sure, that we're fighting. These guys are a little bit hurt. I don't want to push them too much further. So I want to start using these guys on the right. The infantry is definitely a good call, because they're helping to form kind of an anchor. There we go. And I don't know what to do. The enemy is really guarding their flank. So I can't... I'm going to go in for that cav, maybe. Let's go in and take them out. Let's hit him. Okay, we broke him. Broke that one. We're about to break the last one. Damn, the artillery's firing right in. Spread out. Get back, get back, get back. You don't want to get hit with a trained British volley. The Brits are actually really tough to fight against. as a first act against the Cossacks because they have very disciplined firepower. But they're weak in melee, so, you know, it is kind of a trade-off. I'm going to swing the Cossacks around. I'm going to swing them all the way to the right because they're fast enough to do it. Because there's just too much infantry on the left. And then... we got to deal with this somehow. Okay, we're breaking those redcoat recruits. I want to pull those provincials in and take them out. I got the Shugyev. I'm going to finish off the enemy. Hopefully you don't get targeted because they're about to reload. But they do have a ton of manpower, so I'm not too afraid. All right, there we go. Let's hit them. There we go. And then we're swinging these guys all around. And we're breaking that provincial cavalry there too. Do you have a max speed, or do Cav have a max speed? They don't. If you just keep getting bonuses, you can get them faster and faster and faster, which is kind of cool, actually. I need to shatter them, but yeah, we got to pull these guys back. Shugyev. I'm going to move these guys around. Let's hit the British foot. Fuck it. We're already in the center. How's the other Cav doing? Honestly, the goat has got a hold, and Don and Ormberg are going to do most of the work now. There we go. Are we breaking them? We're doing okay there. We're getting into like kind of a melee slog. Artillery's coming in. Yeah, I want to dodge those cannonballs. And I want to go in for another charge. They're actually defending their artillery with their infantry, so I actually can't take them out. That's smart. Usually the AI will put at least one unit on guard duty for their artillery, so you can't really snipe them like you used to. We're close to breaking them. The thing about the Cossacks, they have good charge, but not good melee, so you do have to pull out of prolonged melees and just keep hitting them with the shock. That's typically what light cavalry is good at. I should be able to grind these guys out now, though. There we go. We'll just hunt them down. I'll throw a grenade on these guys, and then we'll throw a grenade, shoot, and charge. And that'll be a nice like shock attack. They're getting very close to us, so I'm just gonna go in. There we go. They're out. Let's bring these guys back. They've suffered enough. All right, we're getting ready. Damn, the British foot are tough. They just have such great firepower. Good, there we go. We're massing against that recruit unit. Come on, guys. You see how we get a little bit weaker in these more conventional battles, but against small enemies, you can really abuse them. All right, grenades going out. And then we'll shoot. Grenades. Throw. Okay, grenades, and then let's reload. Come on, load, guys. Fire. Charge. There we go. Nice, broke him on impact. And that's the professional British foot. Move the frontier recruits up. How are our Cossacks over there doing? They're doing okay. We're in a prolonged melee. I'm going to pull out of that, let the recruits deal with it. Let's go hit these guys. Damn, it doesn't feel like it's been 7 minutes. It feels like this has been like an hour of this battle. Doesn't it? This feels like a long one. This one's tough. I can't imagine the headquarters battle now. Let's pull these Cossacks out. They're getting screwed up. I'm going to keep the infantry in, though. Yeah, the Cossacks are taking a lot of losses there. Yeah, you really need the infantry so that you can hit and run. You really just can't use the Cossacks to punch through like a well-prepared infantry line. They're just going to repel you. And if they get one shot off on you, you're screwed. Observation Grenadiers, are they winning? They better be. Yeah, they're winning. They just have lower morale because they're exhausted. Look at the red on red. Who's who? There we go. We got him. All right. Let's form up the Cossacks again. We're grinding these guys out. There we go. Let's get in there. Bang. There we go. Let's follow them. You got to grind out every kill you can get. because we just need that experience. All right, let's fast forward. There we go. Damn, look at the Slobodians. They really got hurt. Let's pull them back so they don't get hit by artillery. Then we'll go charge their artillery there. Who are you playing as? I'm playing as Russia, as the Cossacks. And I've got all the difficulty modifiers on, so it's going to start getting tough. Look how bloody the battlefield is. Look at that. Damn. There we go. There we are. Dum 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 dum. Wow, we got like 1,000 from that. That's excellent. That is excellent. Lots of loot, lots of horses. Damn, what do we want to do? I have plenty of all my resources. I'm actually good on resources. Our army itself is just weak. I think we need the cash or the experience because the army feels weak. It doesn't feel like it's going to scale well. Like, you can see these dudes got 1,000 kills, but some of these other Cossacks, like, these guys, Slobodians only got 400. And I feel like I got to get them promoted. $300 is going to be nothing. Plus, I don't need the ammo. I'm going to take this because I need to get that the promotions out. Level 5. That's very good. Does 5 get me anything? Not yet. A 6 or a 7. So we're really close. I might drill for a day to just burn through that ammo that we have. In fact, we can actually strip the ammo off of the Cossacks and just get free ammunition because they don't have carbines. Look at that. So we just got 400 ammo, and then we can use it on drilling and just get some experience all across the army. So we want a melee trait here if we can. Move speed I like. Stamina I like also. And veterancy gain to get these guys up. I think I like this one the most. Yeah. They can run longer and they can get promotions. That'd be nice. Level 5 is very good. Damn, my observation recruits are already a 4. Wow. That battle really bloodied them and got them up. Look at that. One of the frontiers can become a Cossack for 5. I might let him keep gaining veterancy, though, because they gain veterancy fast. Imagine I get him to vet 9, and then I can launch him into Cossack Cav with already some veterancy, or Pandur. And the reason I would do that is because any unit with a green replenishment gains veterancy faster. Yellow, they gain it a little bit faster, but not too much. And red, they gain it slower. So the more professional the unit, the harder it is to gain that veterancy. So if you keep them low, you can actually, they're going to be less effective, but it's a better long-term strategy. So that is what I think we'll do. And we have one guy without a swords. We'll give him the cuirassier sword. And do all of our Cossacks have horses? I think so. We're going to keep this horse. The rest we can sell. I'm going to use the pontoon. Change the bayonets for changing units. What do you mean? Change bayonets. Aren't the Pandors using Shakos? Yeah, something similar to that, resembling it. Yeah. I think a unit of Pandors would be cool. And then Attila the Hun can get a promotion here. Oh, beautiful. These are all great. Wow. Spartan, so melee damage received minus 15% plus extra stamina to keep sprinting. Or legendary, combat effectiveness plus 10% and less of an officer death chance. What do you guys think between these two? I'm really tempted by that melee damage received to make the Cossacks not take as much casualties, but I also like boosting all the melee and charge stats and making sure the officer stays alive. That's a really, really tough one. Wow, yeah, I don't know. We do have a modifier that increases the officer death chance. So I'm going to be conservative and just try to make sure he doesn't die. If he dies, all of the traits go with him. So I want this guy to stay. Vitamovsky, I don't care about. I would have taken Spartan for him. But Attila has got such good traits stacked up with melee damage, charge damage, morale damage. I don't want to do that. Yeah, combat effectiveness will boost melee, charge, reload, and accuracy. All by 10%, which is very good. We also have another spontoon for veterancy gain. We're going to give that to the observation recruits. Actually, let's give that to the frontier recruits. Let's go sell some stuff here. We've got 1,500 now. We can get another frontier recruit, which I don't think we really need. I think this guy I'm going to turn to a Pandor. And this guy I'm going to turn into a Cossack. And this way my Red Brigade will have like a skirmisher, a grenadier, and then 2 musketeers. I don't think I need artillery yet, but we could get it. I'm not opposed to it. I wouldn't also mind opening up another brigade soon. That HQ is very close to being ready. And my, you know what? I need to drill because my replenishment is so slow. And drilling speeds up replenishment. Look how much faster that is. So we want to use up... There we go. And then get moving. Let's check our veterancy. Level 6 now. That's great. Yeah. No promotions to give out just yet. Let's go check out this battlefield. I should have burnt down that village, by the way. I don't need the money for that. I'm just going to resolve it. Headquarters is up. Okay. 11,000 men. What do you guys think we should do? We killed every city, didn't we? Let's rush up to Paderborn. He's going to have to go through the mountains, watch. He'll pathfind around it. He'll have to go through the forest. So we bought ourselves time. We go to Paderborn. Thank you, Knarf. You played the demo. It was fantastic. Great job. Can't wait for the full release. Awesome, man. Let's pick up maybe artillery. I could get an officer, actually. Look, another one that's legendary with good melee and artillery. He could be our observation leader. I mean, we wouldn't really get much use out of the melee, but you get artillery and combat effectiveness. So I kind of like that. Plus, he's going to get a free promotion when I hire him. Do we have a red uniform? We do. Oh, beautiful. Fire by rank is incredible. I think we're just going to take that. The other ones are decent too, but yeah, no. Fire by rank is a very good trait. So that's for our infantry. I don't have any infantry I like. I wouldn't mind getting like some buck and ball rounds or something for the infantry. Don't need anything for the artillery. A little alcohol could help. A little extra charge. I wouldn't mind that. Let's get a little extra charge. Just so one of our Cossacks could hit a little harder. It would be nice. Do I have any candidates? Maybe the Shugyev. Because they've got, what, only 47? We could bring that up to a 54 charge. And then I really want to hunt for... Where's the headquarters there? I want to get another unit, but I burnt everything down. In fact, I might burn this one down too. We'll outrun him. What we're going to do is watch, we'll bait him. Oh, it's winter now. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I still want to burn this down. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff. Can I outrun him? No, I can't outrun him, but I'm trying to bait him into the forest. Oh, geez. No, it's not working. Damn, I wish I got another unit. I'm going to get on the road faster than him. Run away. Okay, we're on the road. He's going to get on the road soon, though. Okay. He's eventually going to catch me. Will I get to the village in time? I think I will. I think we're going about the same speed, but he's going to get me. Okay. What do we want as our fourth guy? Probably a frontier recruit if we're going with the theme. Looks good to me. We'll give him like a gun pick and stuff. We'll just get him set up. Some riding boots are nice. Do we want this guy to become a Cossack? Maybe not. I want him to get experience still. I want him to get him to like vet 9. These frontier recruits, I don't mind getting some skirmishers now. I'll just pull the trigger on that. So they can skirmish. Get the riding boots for Bakhmut. Get them extra 4 movement speed. Cover bonus for the observation grenadiers. Blanket rolls is nice, less melee damage received. I'm going to get that for the Don Cossacks. And I'll go red. I like green and red. And these guys are part of my red brigade, right? So we're going to do that with them. Nice. All right, we got 3 full brigades. We probably could have done a little better, but I don't even need this ammo. But what we'll do is drill for a day. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I didn't get a drill in. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Hessian cavalry is very good. We got to take these guys out first. Lots of artillery going to be bombing us from the back. A professional British foot unit. Professional Highlander. Easy recruits. Professional Hanoverian. Another artillery, so that's 4 total. A skirmisher, very easy. Double skirmishers, very easy. So I think if we take out all this cavalry, we're in a really good spot. So let's get in here. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's see here. Let us see here. Volga Cossacks. Bakhmut Cossacks. We got all of our different color horses. Observation recruits. We got our Pandor skirmishers in the front. Looks pretty cool. Frontier recruits. There we go. Doesn't look like it, but is the game performance intensive? I don't think so. I think you should be fine. If you've got a like basic desktop, you're good. If you were running on an old laptop from 20 years ago with an integrated graphics card, that's where things get a little trickier, unfortunately. We had a guy with 1 gigabyte of VRAM today, and he could technically run it, but it was not running well. It was very glitchy, and if you have 1 gigabyte of VRAM, I don't know, dude. That's pretty rough. Cavalry on each flank, infantry in the center. Let's move these guys up. It's a little hard to see with the blue, but okay, here we go. Why are you not picking artillery units? I just didn't have the money. It cost like 900, and I needed to fill out my 3rd brigade, and it ended up being too expensive. So I needed to get my Cossack brigades up, and you can see I just started on my 3rd brigade with the observation units, but I didn't even have a chance to really fill it out. Why no square formation? At this time, there's a couple reasons. The first and foremost is that it's extremely difficult to program. It would look extremely buggy, and it would be difficult to balance. So 3 immediate answers there. The other answers is we actually had it in the game at one point, and it was very buggy, but we were working on it, and we were getting hate comments incessantly on our Steam page saying we knew nothing about the 7 Years' War because the square formation wasn't in use. And you're right, it wasn't widely in use, but it was still part of a soldier's drill manual to learn how to form square. Just commanders didn't often utilize it. They didn't really understand if it was that powerful, and it just wasn't heavily utilized. So you never see it in any depictions, or nor do you really hear about it in many battles. In fact, I couldn't really name you a single battle of the entire 7 Years' War where the square formation was used. I'm sure it was. I just can't name you an event where it was. If we're talking about the Napoleonic Wars, there's many famous examples of squares being used. And so people hated on us for including it. It's really hard to include, and it's not that historically relevant. So at that point, it was like, why do we have to include it? And then, yeah, at this time, and even in the Napoleonic Wars and later in the 19th century, troops, if you're well prepared and braced and frontally receiving a cavalry charge, that was enough. Yeah, at Minden, actually, I want to show you guys Battle of Minden map. Look at what the French deployed at the Battle of Minden. This map isn't the most accurate, but that's okay. If you guys ever complain that it's not the AI is bad because the cavalry charges your infantry, look how much cavalry the French brought at Minden. Also, if you complain that the French bring too much cavalry, you can blame Minden, because I gave the French a lot of cav for their AI armies. This is all cavalry. It was mass charging the British position, and the British, what they did in response is they formed line and repelled them on a frontal charge like this. And they won. They held them back. And so square just was not very common. And oftentimes, the most famous examples of holding back cavalry charges were with a firm line of men. All right, we're going to go on the flanks, take these guys out. Which infantry are they bringing? They're bringing up their Hanoverians on the road on the right. So we're going to take these guys out. Ambush them. And we've got some elite Hessian cavalry that's confident also on our tail. Maybe we bring the commander over. And on the left, who will be facing provincial cav, which is very easy. Subsidy Jaegers. I want to take out those Jaegers quick. Let's annihilate the Jaegers. And then we're going to leave these two guys to deal with the provincial cav. And the rest of our infantry will skirmish with these Jaegers. I want to bait them. I want to have them try to shoot. Yeah, they're not taking the bait. I just wanted them to shoot. Okay, there we go. Took those guys out. Let's hit them. The forest will really slow you down. But yeah, guys, the demo is out. We surprise you. Demo is out. You can check it out. It's Act 1 of Prussia. You can play it as many times as you want. Try out different builds. Test the difficulty modifiers. If you want to try all the difficulty modifiers for yourself, you can. All right, I baited them. I got them to fire. That's perfect. All right, Orenburg and Volga are going to have to take out the Hessian Cav. And then Bakhmut and Azov are going to take out the Hanoverians. Okay, we took these guys out. We're going to have to frontal charge, unfortunately. Frontal charge the British foot. But if we can get Don... Oh, shit. Oh, Don. I can't cancel the charge either because they're full momentum. I don't know what to do. That's going to be rough. Only half of them have fired so far. All these guys are going to fire next. And the commander's with them too. That's rough. How else are things going? We're doing okay over there. Frontal charging here. We're doing all right. Damn, our Cossacks are bloodied. Well, let's see how this goes. Slow motion. Oh. Oh. This is like the Minden cavalry. Oh, man. All right, we got over it, though. Oh. Don, you got to pull out of there, buddy. Do the hedges and fences break the charges up? They kind of do, actually, because they slow you down. They give you like a minus 30% speed buff or debuff. So your charge is going to get slowed down. You're probably going to get shot up. So it does make it harder. If you're in an open field, it's far easier because there's no interruptions. There we go. I got to follow that. Hessian Cav. Damn, that Hessian cavalry really bloodied our Cossacks over there, too. All right, I'm coming in for the rear charge to help the Slobodians. They held the line pretty well. I think I can break them on this rear charge with the Don. Ready? Break them. There we go. And then our center is engaged. We're actually holding fairly well. Gosh, the light infantry is so bad that the AI uses. Okay, we're getting hit. Meanwhile, our light infantry is doing great. Oh, we've got fire by rank. Look. I want to show you guys the fire by rank in a sec. Alright. Took these guys out. Fall them back. Who's got fire by rank? These guys do, right? Alright. Ready. Fire. Crouch. Ready. Fire. Crouch. Ready. There's that fire by rank trait that we got, which is quite effective. So we're able to stand toe-to-toe with the Highlanders in that case. How does forest work? Forests or buildings work as shields for blocking shots. Yeah, you get a little cover for these. So, like, if you line up on some hedges and stuff, you do get a little bit of cover, depending on the percentage of them. Oh, geez, they're getting hit with the artillery over there. Oh, man. Pull these guys back. Yeah, they caught on to us. They're redeploying Hessian cavalry and steering their guns to hit us and annihilating. They don't like us following their retreating units. These frontier recruits are going to have to advance, take out the Highlanders. I'm surprised these Highlanders don't want to charge me. They have much higher stats. Oh, they have to use more of their ammunition before they're allowed to charge. I forgot. That's a rule we put in. Just so units don't immediately charge as soon as the match begins. We make them use up a little bit of their ammo first. But I bet these Highlanders, when they fire the shot, they might be tempted to charge me afterwards. Let's see. There they go. There they go. I told you they were going to charge me next. Look, the Highlanders fired, and they are pushing now. All right, troops. Hold fire, hold fire. Ready. Steady aim. Steady. Steady. Aim. First rank. Fire. Second rank. Fire. Third rank. Fire. Oh, good. Look at that. Beautiful. We fended that charge off. Isn't that kind of cool? That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Look at the 3 rows. That was like a Culloden, wasn't it? Look at the 3 rows of Highlanders we killed off. I love that. That is awesome. Damn, Don Cossacks are really hurt. It's kind of funny because we played into the Cossacks, but they're all getting beat up the most. You know, they are helping us, though, because they're really neutralizing any kind of cavalry arm that the enemy wants to bring. And so all we have to do is mop up the infantry. Once their infantry becomes good, though, that's where it gets dangerous. All right, we have some Hessian cavalry that we do have to worry about. Let's swing these guys onto the hedge. Bring these guys back and rally up with the Shoguev. And now they just have an exposed artillery in the center. We can push these guys through and take out the rest of the artillery. And I'm going to turn on free fire, so as soon as they line up, they can hit that cav. I was able to get fire by rank on 2 of my officers. Now my men are machine guns. Yeah, I actually realized we give that trade out too frequently. So in the next patch tomorrow, it is going to become less common. How are the wish lists looking? I have not checked in a little bit. I can check after the stream. Or after the match, I mean. All right, let's go annihilate the artillery there. Damn, the Don are real tired. Look at the speed and melee stat debuffs they're getting. They're just exhausted. I'm going to have to just try to push that Hessian cavalry. They're just really powerful. All my good cav is on the wrong flank. Someone asked about PvP. Is it possible in the future? I don't think so, man. I think this is like our... Oh, jeez, man. Get the Slobodians out of there. Get the Slobodians out. Oh, jeez. Don, you have to come in and save the day. And the frontier recruits. Oh, Chogyuev. Oh, my gosh. This game is like our Shogun 1 Total War. You know, it's like our first ever real-time combat game. And I'm going to have to retreat these guys. And so, unfortunately, you know, this is like there's like one programmer on this project. You know, so it's so small. It's so incredibly small that if we were to try to fit in multiplayer and modding and real-time, or not real-time, but a sandbox campaign and all these things, that'd be really tough for us. But if you guys support us, if you like the game, and we can make more of these games in the future, I would love to do that. But we just don't have the budget or the team or anything just yet. We're almost there. You can see how annoying it is to fall back out of melee. Yeah, lucky I wrote that bug down where the AI just like immediately recharges you, and I've got a solution for it. It's just going to take a little while to implement, so just be patient with us until we get that fixed. They don't have canister, do they? Oh my gosh, took a cannonball to the face. Push through, guys. Push through. Oh. Come on, guys. Get in there. There we go. Deployment feels a bit small. I don't think so, Jack. Honestly, playing it... I mean, it could be a little bit bigger, but imagine we had to march all the way out to there. I don't mind it too much. I didn't really feel like I needed more room from playing it. Uh-oh. Our officer just died right at the end. The legendary one. Damn. Our legendary officer's dead. Because it's Iron Man, we have to keep going with it. We can't reload to save. We're going to have to just accept it. Oh, the size of the zones. Interesting. I am playing on ultra scale. That's the thing, Jack. If you just play on large or normal, it's going to be perfectly fine. I just want the battles to look a bit bigger. But yeah, I think Don took I pushed him way too far, and he took a lot of casualties. I should have put the officer on like the Orenburg. Orenburg and Chugyev are just kicking ass right now. I have plenty of money. I need the experience. There we go. All right, look at this. Slobodian can actually upgrade into Slobodian. Look at the buffs he's going to get. There we go. I finished the demo normal difficulty. It was amazing. Never did I feel like it was too easy or too difficult, but just enough that I had to work hard for my victories. I assume that second act will be much harder than what I faced. Yeah, second act is going to get like twice, if not 3 times as hard. I go easy on the players a little bit for Act 1, because it's just there to like get you set up and get you acquainted with everything. And then Acts 2 and 3 really don't pull any punches. And also, I suggest replaying it and putting the difficulty modifiers on, trying that out. I couldn't find a hotkey to charge. Oh, if you hover over any of the buttons at the bottom of the screen in battle, they'll tell you what the hotkey is. If you tap F, it'll toggle to melee, and then you can charge. How is Settled Hussars different? Settled Hussars are just like regular Hussars, but the Cossack ones have better stamina. We can see here they're a 30-25 versus a 25-20, so they're just better than the Cossacks. Their morale is also 55, but the issue is they don't upgrade into a 45-30 with 60 morale. So they're kind of like the easy way out if you just want a really good light cav early without having to grind down here. So it's not a bad option, but I'm just playing for roleplay, so I want to get all Cossacks. Does artillery ignore cover? It does not. It used to, but now it doesn't. It took 100 casualties every shot. I did buff the artillery a lot. You'd have to tell me, you would have to tell me what type of gun they were using, what type of artillery piece they were using. That would help me narrow it down for you. These guys are going to become Cossack cavalry. 16-pound howitzers. So yeah, 16-pound howitzers are the best, most heavy guns in the game. They're just very slow. They fire infrequently, but when they do fire, they're going to kill like 100 per shot or more. So that does make sense. Those are like siege guns, 16-pound howitzers. They shouldn't even be technically used on a battle, to be honest. These guys will become infantry. Just good observation musketeers there. I did get bloodied by that battle quite a lot, though, didn't I? Damn, I lost that officer. That sucks. Seen a few demos now. Wide range of experiences using it. Very different playstyles. Shows how adaptable the game is. Brandon F, give it a big thumbs up, and you're done right. You made a classic. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, everybody's definitely played a lot different, and there's lots of different things you can do and lots of different compositions that have different bonuses to lean into. All right, so we need a good melee trait. Stamina's not bad. I'll take the stamina. That's fine. My Cossacks are getting tired in that battle, so that sucks I lost the officer, doesn't it? At least we have that bonus here that says gain a free promotion when hired. So if we find a good officer, we can grab him, and he'll just grab another free promotion as soon as we get him. And that'll be good. Yeah, we got plenty of items. That is Act 1. 20 morale damage received. I like it. We don't need the provision consumption, nor the attrition. I like this. Unbreakable spirit. Oh, dude, I did not want to fight the British again. Their line infantry is so heavy. Like, if I fought Prussia, it's a little more balanced. France would be great because our cavalry could go toe-to-toe. The only problem is I couldn't rotate left to right in the demo. Yeah, we're going to patch that out tomorrow. We are going to fix that tomorrow. Jaegers, Cuirassiers, or Musketeers. I like the Jaegers are in red for the Red Army. Reservist costs are cheap. Yeah, I do need reservists, so that would be nice. I like this one, actually. You could play Russia Turtle now. Yeah, I'm going to start transitioning as I get my last 2 divisions. Now I transition more toward the red Russians and the more defensive ones. I think I will stop streaming, though, soon. I'll close this out, answer some questions, and save. This is quite fun, though. I really like this playthrough. And not too much difficult terrain, so force marching will be pretty easy. What's the HQ is 18,000 men. I could beat that. It's not bad. What do I have? 8,000? All right, we'll get there. But yeah, let's save it here. We'll call it, yeah. Oh yeah, we can't make multiple saves. It's just saved because it's an Iron Man run. That's cool. I've already got 2 to 3 hours in the demo. I'm going to love the full release. All right, that's great, man. That's awesome. I'm just clicking around. There's our Cossack run. But yeah, that was fun. What question? Oh, someone asked me about wish lists. So let's go check on our wish lists. How can you play the demo? So Duncan, if anybody here, if you guys, just after finishing the stream, you guys want to go check out the demo, check out Master Command. Steam page is here. You can scroll right down, download the demo right there. No time limits, no artificial restrictions on how many times you can play. You get to go into the sandbox of the first act as Prussia. It's only the first act, but you can play as many times as you want. You can stack on difficulty modifiers. You can try different strategies out. You can play as much as you want. And that is for free. So check out the demo. Let us know what you think. Definitely check out the Discord if you're not in the Discord yet. I recommend joining. I'll send a link to join our Discord. There you are. Let's check on our wish list. Our follower count should be pretty good. Yeah, look at this. Bang. Looking good. And I'll check out the wish lists, which should be doing well for us. Yeah, the wish lists have jumped up quite a lot, as you can see. We're at 75,000 outstanding wish lists year to date. Yeah, look at that. Bang. And it's still counting the wish list from today, so that might end at around 2,000, probably. This is when I first did my first ever gameplay reveal. And then these are my devlogs, and then our normal rates we would get. So you can see how much more momentum we picked up around here, and then slowed down, then jumped right back up. How many downloads do you have? I don't know how many people have checked out the demo yet. I never really formally announced the demo, so I don't expect a lot of people to be playing it, because I wanted to shadow drop it so that you guys could find the problems with it, like the camera, so I can fix it tomorrow, and then I can do a major announcement on my main YouTube channel. The observation core is a fire weakness, but a bonus from cover. Did you test to make sure the cover bonus can overcome the weight of the fire weakness? I did, Bowler. I did. And people have played the observation core, and it's situational, but can be quite fun. If you find the right cover and you dig in like a city, it's very hard for the enemy to root you out. Let's check out the demo. The demo has been downloaded 1,000 times so far. Sorry, 1,700 times, and there are 550 people playing currently. So pretty cool, pretty cool. But yeah, thank you guys for checking it out. Next Fest is going to start soon, in just 3 days. So that's going to push our game to even more of Steam. And I'm excited for release. We got a lot of hype, and I think things are going pretty good. There's a bug where the Command HQ won't go after me after months. Jack, hover over the progress bar and tell me what day it says. And if the day says like day 150, but it's day 200, then it's a bug, and you can maybe send a player log, and I can teach you how to do that if you're in our Discord. But if the day says like 200 and it's only like day 160, then it's just still waiting before it comes to. I think it'd be better if those 16-pound howitzers weren't present in Act 1. Yeah, that's true. They probably shouldn't be. I don't know how they got in there. It's probably an extremely low weight. After the demo, can I pre-order it? Elor, we're not taking any money from you guys until release, so we're going to wait until the game is out and it's a real product before we take any cash. No money just yet. But thank you guys for joining me. Definitely check out the demo. You'll get a couple hours on that. You'll probably get even more hours if you want to play with the difficulty modifiers and replay it. But thank you guys, and I will check you out. Or check you out. I will leave and hang out with you guys.